Valentine's Day, celebrated on February 14th, is dedicated to love, romance, and affection. Its origins trace back to ancient Roman traditions and early Christian martyrdom, evolving over centuries into the holiday we recognize today. Here's a detailed history. Ancient Roman roots. Lupercalia, February 13th to 15, a festival was celebrated in ancient Rome in mid-February. It was a pagan fertility festival dedicated to Faunus, the Roman god of agriculture, and Romulus and Remus, the founders of Rome. The festival included rituals where priests, called Luperci, sacrificed goats and dogs, then used the goats' hides to whip women to encourage fertility. Lupercalia also included a matchmaking lottery where young men and women were paired for the festival's duration. Christian influences. Saint Valentine. The day is named after Saint Valentine, a Christian martyr. There are at least 3 different saints named Valentine or Valentinus in Christian history, all of whom were martyred. One legend suggests that Valentine was a priest who secretly performed marriages for young couples during the reign of Emperor Claudius II in the 3rd century. Claudius had banned marriages, believing single men made better soldiers. Valentine was arrested and executed on February 14th. Before his death, he allegedly sent a letter signed, "From your Valentine," to a young woman, perhaps the jailer's daughter, whom he had befriended and healed. Medieval romanticization. Geoffrey Chaucer's influence. By the Middle Ages, St. Valentine became associated with courtly love, particularly in England and France. In 1382, Geoffrey Chaucer wrote a poem called Parliament of Fools, where he linked the feast of St. Valentine to the mating season of birds, which he described as occurring on February 14th. This connection inspired a tradition of expressing love and admiration during the feast day. The first Valentine letters, the oldest known Valentine message, dates back to 1415, written by Charles, Duke of Orleans, to his wife while he was imprisoned in the Tower of London. Renaissance and early modern era. Popularization of romantic gestures. By the Renaissance, Valentine's Day had become a day to exchange love notes and tokens of affection. Handmade valentines were common in England and Europe. Spread to America, European settlers brought Valentine's Day traditions to the United States. By the early 18th century, people began exchanging handwritten notes, often adorned with lace and flowers. Industrial Revolution and commercialization. Mass-produced cards. The advent of the Industrial Revolution in the 19th century enabled the mass production of Valentine's Day cards. Esther Howland, known as the "Mother of the American Valentine," began producing elaborate cards in the 1840s, using lace, ribbons, and colorful illustrations. Chocolate and flowers. By the late 19th century, chocolate manufacturers like Richard Cadbury began marketing heart-shaped boxes of chocolates as Valentine's Day gifts. Roses, symbolizing love, became a popular floral choice. 20th and 21st century celebrations. Global observance. Valentine's Day has become a global phenomenon, celebrated in various ways worldwide. In addition to romantic love, some cultures emphasize friendships or familial love. In Japan and South Korea, women give chocolates to men on February 14th, while men reciprocate on March 14th, known as White Day. In Finland, the day is called Ystävänpäivä, or Friends Day, and focuses on platonic relationships. Modern trends. In the 20th century, the holiday expanded to include gifts like jewelry, dining experiences, and extravagant gestures. Social media has amplified the expression of love, with couples sharing their celebrations online. Criticism and alternatives. Criticism of commercialization. Critics argue that Valentine's Day has become overly commercialized, with an emphasis on consumerism rather than genuine expressions of love. Anti-Valentine's movements. Some people celebrate alternatives, such as Singles Awareness Day, February 15th, or Galentine's Day, February 13th, emphasizing self-love and friendships. Legacy. Valentine's Day remains a deeply rooted tradition, blending historical, religious, and cultural influences. It has evolved from a day honoring a martyred saint to a global celebration of love in all its forms, adapting to the values and customs of each era.